same was offered to my father as well, that if you can, maybe he can get into the team after 2 games. So my father straight away said, I'm not going to pay a single penny to make him play. If he can play on his talent, so be it. If not, it's not meant to be for him. So that stuck with me for life, and I've always relied on myself and what I can do as an individual first, and then I'll take help along the way, and people who have been willing and open to help me and understand who I really am have been the ones that have been closest to me. So this natural, when my back is against the wall, there's only one way for me, and that's forward, and I will do everything in my power to fight my way up again. You know, once you're down and out, there was hardly anyone who came to help me. There was hardly anyone who was looking towards me and saying, listen, let's work together and, you know, try to get your game up to speed. Everyone was just going after me left, right and center. So I was like, am I playing to prove these people wrong? For what? I've got nothing to do with them, and they literally have nothing to contribute in my life. So I went back home. I was down for quite a bit. The great thing that happened at that stage was I realized who's with me, who's not. You know, things were filtered to an extent that I just got so relaxed when I went back home. I was like, okay, I've hit rock bottom now. No one believes in me. Everyone thinks I should not be playing Test cricket. So what can I do? I can just work as hard as I can. Went into a bubble. I went to Bombay as well. I called Sachin Tendulkar. I asked for his help. I said, see, I want to get my game right. I want to understand what it's like to score runs at this level. My mindset was simple. I went back home. I told myself, listen, you can't play Test cricket to show people that you can play in England and play in Australia and not get out. And if you don't score, it's no point. You play this game to make your team win. So my mindset was, I'm going to go to Australia, and how am I going to score runs against these guys? I wasn't going out there to survive.
There were 2 instances in my life that happened with you there, and I realized I'm talking to the greatest cricketer ever, and in my books, one of the greatest sportsmen ever by far that I have met. I think you're the greatest. I don't want to put you on a pedestal, but I want to say this. One, when you were going through what you went through in 2014, I sent you a message saying, don't worry Virat, a lot of players have gone through. You will get over. And you sent me, just wait and watch in a couple of months' time. And I think, jeez, what a cocky guy. He's struggling. He can't put bat to ball, and he's saying, wait in 2 months' time. You go to Australia, you show what it is. It's not like you wanted to show it to me, but you know, I reached out to you, but the answer I got was, don't worry, just wait and watch. So are you born with this confidence, or do you earn this confidence along the journey?
That's who I am. To be very honest, that's who I've always been. The background of my journey is not many people know about the background of my journey. I've been speaking to and consulting with the same coach since I was 8 years old, since I stepped foot into my cricket academy, which I learnt everything from. My coach Rajkumar Sharma, I still speak to him now, and I was speaking to him a couple of days back. The beautiful thing about my journey from a young age group has been that I was part of an academy where no one was talking about that academy or that club. So for me, the only way up was, if someone's getting 100, I have to get 200. Otherwise, no one's going to notice me. And I had that fire inside me all the time, and that's exactly what I did to come up the ranks.
2014, you play against England, not a great series. Are you one of those guys like, how dare you get me out? Because the next times you've seen England, you've been the highest run scorer in India, you were the highest run scorer again when you played England. So is it a question of, you can't do this to me, I'm the best going around. Every time I see you, I'm going to knock you down. Is that a kind of attitude that you possess, or it's just a process and it just happened?
Look, when I step onto the field, I have to believe that I'm the best. Because my mindset, as I said, was very clear from the first time I started playing this game. I'm not going to allow anyone to think that I'm just a pushover on the field. It's not to disrespect anyone, but it's belief in my own abilities. That fine, you have the ball in hand, but if you get it wrong, you know you're getting hit for runs. And I'm going to stand here all day. If you get me out and you bowl a great spell, hats off to you. But the next time I'm going to be here again. So make sure that you bring your A game. And that's the mindset that I try and get into invariably. Because look, at this level, people are going to eat you up. If you show them any vulnerability or fears, they're going to eat you up. So for me, I just have to be as fearless as I can. And even if I get out, I want to get out on my terms. If I get out in confusion, it bothers me a lot, because I just don't like the feeling of not knowing what's going on. I might as well make a silly mistake and know this is what I need to correct. Everything else is fine. So I don't go, as I said, I don't go out there anymore to prove anyone wrong. But I put myself in a position where I want to do special things. I want us to win special series.